Welcome to Module 2, Marketing for Small Businesses. And I like to start this module off with several quotes. The first quote comes from John Wooden, who was very famous Hall of Fame basketball coach at UCLA, won, I think, a dozen national championships. And he was known for saying the following: the team that makes the most mistakes wins the most games. Team that makes the most mistakes wins the most games. He would encourage his players, and these were the best college basketball players. He would encourage his players to make mistakes, to be aggressive, to be aggressive going for a rebound, take an extra shot, go for a steal. He also encouraged his players not to repeat their mistakes, but he encouraged them to make mistakes. Then there was Thomas Watson. Thomas Watson was the CEO at IBM back in the 1950s. He was quoted for saying the following: the way to succeed is to double your failure rate. That's what he would tell his executives at IBM. The way to succeed is to double your failure rate. One of my favorite stories about Thomas Watson, one of his executives made a $10 million mistake. Now that was a lot of money today, a lot of money in the 1950s, $10 million mistake. He called that executive into his office. He said, "Do you know why you're here?" He said to the executive, and the executive responded, "I assume to be fired." Watson responded, "Fire you? Of course not. I just spent $10 million on your education. Why would I fire you?" Double your failure rate. Third quote comes from Winston Churchill, who's famous for saying success is going from failure to failure without a loss of enthusiasm. Failure to failure without a loss of enthusiasm. Well, why start off a discussion on marketing with these quotes about making mistakes and failure? Well, here's why. I think one of the keys in marketing today, whether it's a large company or a small business like yours, is to not to be afraid to make mistakes. In fact, I think that's how we learn marketing best is by having a willingness to make mistakes, having that laboratory mindset that we're going to experiment, we're going to innovate, we're going to try new things in terms of marketing, some of which will work, some may not work. But that's how we learn marketing is through trial and error. So unlike other functional areas of your business where we may try to avoid making mistakes, like in finance or operations, in marketing, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. So let's start off with I like to try to keep marketing as simple as possible, because I think sometimes we complicate or overcomplicate marketing. In 1960, there were 5 marketing channels, 5 different ways of doing marketing for a business like yours. Today, there are hundreds of different marketing channels to choose from. It's gotten far more complicated, far more difficult for small business owners. So I like to try to simplify marketing. Here's an example. Imagine there are 3 retail stores right next to each other in a strip shopping center. Then they sell essentially the same products to the same customers. 3 stores. Well, one store, the one furthest on the left, decides they want to try to get more traffic into their store, so they put a big sign out front that says, "Big sale, everything, 40% off." Try to get more people to come into the store. Store owner on the far end of the 3 sees that big sign, says, "We've got to put our own sign up, get more store traffic." So they put a sign up, "Going out of business, everything 60% off." Try to get some of those customers to come into their store. It's good marketing. Now you're the store owner in the middle store. You look to your left, you see this big sign. Look to your right, you see this big sign. You're thinking, what should I put on my sign? Well, as the story goes, the store owner in the middle put up his own sign, and on it said, "Main entrance." Just main entrance. Simple marketing. all about trying to get better results, simple marketing. I'm also reminded here in Atlanta, there was a very upscale hair salon in a popular area of town, busy street, and they'd been there for years, very successful. One day, the owner of the hair salon walks out, looks across the street, and sees there is a new competitor, a new hair salon, and there's a sign out front that says $10 haircuts. Well, the owner of the original hair salon, their haircuts were $40, $50. They couldn't possibly compete with a $10 haircut. Then the owner thought and then came up with what I think is just brilliant marketing. He decided to put his own sign out. His sign said, "We fix $10 haircuts." We fix $10 haircuts. That is marketing genius. So marketing doesn't have to be complicated. It can be very simple. And what is marketing? Well, my favorite definition of marketing comes from the website marketingprofs.com, and it goes as follows. Marketing means solving customer problems profitably. Marketing means solving customer problems profitably. My favorite definition of marketing, 6 words. I like it because it's concise, clear, it's inclusive, it's memorable. Marketing means solving customer problems profitably. For me, there are 3 powerful implicits built into this definition. One, is that customer selection is central to this definition. That we choose our customers based on the problems that they face. And that word solving, secondly, is a powerful term. We don't just go about selling products or service. It's all about solving customer problems. It also suggests that marketing starts from the outside. We look outwardly to say, okay, who are our customers and what are their problems? What do they need help fixing? How can we go about solving those problems? And at the end of the day, it should be done so in a profitable fashion. We should be able to earn a profit from our work of solving these problems. This definition also suggests that everyone within the company, everyone within the organization is involved in marketing, either directly or indirectly. We're all involved in solving customer problems profitably, from the people in sales, marketing, operations, finance, customer service, HR. Everyone is either solving customer problems or supporting those who are solving customer problems. Everyone is involved in and wears the marketing hat. Sometimes I find we get confused between sales and marketing. One way to differentiate the two: marketing is the who and the what. Sales is the how. Marketing decides who our customers are going to be and what is it that they want, the who and the what. Sales then figures out how do we get that product or service into the hands of those customers. Sales is the how. Sales is picking fruit from the trees. Marketing is the care and nurturing of those trees. Marketing is a more strategic function. Sales is more tactical. There's a term that I heard a couple years ago, smarketing. Smarketing. It's more and more companies are trying to figure out how to get these two functional areas, sales and marketing, to work together. And so they came up with this term of smarketing. How do we integrate? How do we get those two groups to work better together? Smarketing. I like that.